The Doctor faces a race against time to save mankind from the Cybermen, but when they are rampaging all over London, the Doctor has a double complication with the revelation that Missy is in fact the Master. Will he be able to save mankind and a deceased Danny Pink? This is Love Monkey 953 coming through the ashes to your computer screens, and today I'll be reviewing Death in Heaven. It's written by Stephen Moffat and directed by Rachel Talalay. We start with the Cybermen pointing the gun at Clara and her stating that she's in fact the Doctor, obviously a ruse to try and make sure that the Cybermen don't in fact kill her, buying time. Humans that are taking selfies of the Cybermen but are really units and trying to trick them, Cybermen and Missy. Kate Stewart comes back into it, saying that she's a mother of two, a keen gardener, and an outstanding bridge player. I found that very funny. We see an old cyberhead from maybe one of her father's stories. We don't know. There's 91 Cybermen, and it's one for each main city. And they are making themselves explode and making it rain to make the dead alive again and into Cybermen. The first Cyberman we see is in fact Danny Pink. There's a picture on the plane that the Doctor and Kate go into of Brigadier Lethbridge-Stewart, Nicholas Courtney, and it's like a shrine. It's a lovely touch, and it's very sad to see him. It's a twinge of sadness for me. Danny saves Clara by somehow breaking his new programming. We're not sure either that or he just cannot hurt Clara. There's a creepy scene in the graveyard with Clara and the dead are rising from their graves. You see cyber hands coming out of the gravel. The Master, Missy, not sure what to call her now, is a bit quite insane to be honest. She whispers a secret to Osgood. I'm going to kill you. And in fact, she does. And she says, oh my giddy aunt, which is one of the second Doctor's, one of his most famous lines. Sad moment when Clara finds out that Danny is in fact a Cyberman, and that the Master has been keeping the Doctor and Clara in fact together. She's been keeping them together by putting ads in the paper like we saw in Deep Breath. The plane explodes, Missy's doing obviously, and the Doctor starts to fall, but he just manages to fall onto the TARDIS. I found that a bit coincidental and, to be honest, a bit easy. From one spot soldier speaking to another about war and strategic tactics, Danny wishes to sacrifice his feelings to save the whole of the world, which I found very touching and was nice to see. Tremendous, brilliant acting from Samuel Anderson, who plays Dana. And then Missy enters like a demented Mary Poppins with her umbrella up and slowly coming down onto the ground. But I do not like the way that Missy tries to control the Cybermen. It was like a Gotla Gear puppet form. It was just very, very nasty. And I don't like the Cybermen used that way. I like the Cybermen. I just found that a bit silly. The Missy gives the Doctor ultimate power of the Cybermen. She gives him the bracelet with the hope that the Doctor goes mad and starts getting the good back into our planet. And we find out that the Doctor, well, we've been finding out since throughout the series that the Doctor is full of hatred and sometimes may not stoop to any kind of level. Danny saves the world by becoming a sort of general, talking to his troops, and controls the Cybermen by ordering them to go up to the skies and make the Cybermen's clouds burn. And then, when the Doctor is just about to kill Missy, a Cyberman in fact kills her in the form of Brigadier Lethbridge-Stewart. And I think that was a lovely scene to see. Cyberman Lethbridge-Stewart come in. He saves the Doctor's soul, and in fact he saves Kate Stewart's life. We see the next 2 weeks later that Clara has in fact saw Danny again, that heard his voice, and instead of saving himself, he saves the boy that he killed many years ago as a soldier. And I thought that that was very good of Danny. It was is a lost soul now, and he won't be able to come back. And li- the doctor lies to Clara, saying that he's found Gallifrey, and he in fact hasn't found it. He's full of anger when he finds out that Missy, the master, has in fact lied to him again. They say their goodbyes at the end. They finally hug, which we've been dying to see this entire series of Capaldi. And it's a sad hug as they say goodbye. We see a preview of the Christmas episode, and it looks good. It's a good episode, but Missy was not believable as the Master. I think the Master should be played by a man. It's just my thought. And but Michelle Gomez is a good actress, but I just don't think she's good as the Master. Danny and Clara, top form as usual, but it was a very contrived ending. I give this one a 7 out of 10. Okay, thank you very much for watching my review of Death in Heaven, and I'm looking forward to the Christmas episode. And bye bye.